Yeah, this is Ortiz's 7th amateur fight. He holds a record of 2-4. It's a lot of experience. And he's fighting Spencer Sled, who's a debuter. I've seen Spence. He's a wrestler. He's a grappler.
Seen him on the jiu-jitsu scene
he's
pretty
a jock.
frequently.
I mean, he's good.
You see
some love to the Uvalde incident.
Yeah,
a lot of respect
Ortiz
here
coming
from
out
Ortiz.
with the banner here from the Uvalde incident. Some of the faces there. Wants those people to be remembered, rightfully so. Today is kind of a all-around day, obviously being 9/11. Today is a day we all know very is sensitive to our country. So just a day of appreciation for all those lives lost. And obviously you see Ortiz here with the banner in appreciation of all those lives that were lost as well. So good stuff there, good show of appreciation. It's not all about fighting. It's not all about, punching each other in the head and wins and losses. We are still human beings. We are still people at the end of the day, and it's good to see these guys with their minds focused a little bit more on just themselves tonight. So really cool to see that.
Yeah, I saw a cool quote from a promotion in Asia, and they said, fighting with respect is martial arts. And I liked that quote a lot. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, this isn't just a bunch of guys, throwing hands in a cage. I mean, this is mixed martial arts at the highest amateur level. That's one thing I love about the production value of these shows, is it really brings out the best in the fighters as well. When you have a professional walkout and professional judging and reffing and the production team, it really brings the best out of them.
And the crowd experience as well. Yeah. The crowd, I mean, just walking around earlier, looking at, the full bar in the back. There's a full-on, food service type setup back there with the little tins, with all the individual things you can select from. I mean, that's just something you don't see. Usually you get your nachos, your hot dogs, things like that, which is always available. But they've got some other things as well that's a little more high class. Spencer Sled.
Spencer was actually supposed to make his debut on the last amateur card. He had a few opponents pull out, and week of the fight, their replacement ended up pulling out. I know he did a full fight camp. He even cut the weight, and it just didn't come to fruition. I know that really, put a chip on his shoulder, and he's ready to make his statement here tonight. He's got great striking, but I know he's got tremendous wrestling and very powerful submissions. I would only imagine he's going to look to take this fight to the ground, and more than his fighting skills, he's just got a mustache on him that would make even the manliest man proud.
Yeah, very sharp, detailed mustache there. If he puts that much attention into his mustache, I can only imagine the attention that went into the preparation for this fight. Yeah, when you have those types of opponent situations where people are constantly falling out, you're getting a new guy, you're preparing for this guy, preparing for that guy, it can almost seem like you've been in camp forever. And I'm sure he's finally I'm ready, I'm here, now I can finally fight. So there may be some demons he may want to unleash tonight. So I'm curious to see how Spencer does making his debut.
And fight camps that last too long are no fun. I mean, your body goes through the ringer, you're just ready to go. Just unleash that
You can
rage.
almost be overtrained in a sense as well.
Oh, yeah.
You can almost do too much to get ready because it's, camp after camp. But he looks to be in tip-top shape, very prepared. He comes from a great camp, as you know. War, always preparing their ladies and gentlemen to get into this cage. They're going to be ready for war.
Been looking forward to this debut for some time. And he's got a very willing dance partner here in Cody Ortiz. Make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, he weighed in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of La Pryor, Texas today, he seeks amateur victory number 3, representing Castaño BJJ. This is Cody Ortiz. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Sitting 5 feet 7 inches tall, he weighed in officially at 143.5 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas. Today he makes his amateur debut. Fighting out of the War Training Center. This is Spencer Sled.
Big showing of support for Spencer Sled. Again, very similar here for the guys. Spencer coming in just a little underneath the 145 limit there.
Yeah, expect this fight to start quick.
Big overhand right from both guys.
Yeah, Spencer instantly closing the distance. He's got the body lock.
Got the good underhook. Yep, got the hands together for the body lock. Looking to take this to the ground immediately. I mean, as you had anticipated, he's probably feels very comfortable on the ground.
Ortiz had a whizzer, but he's actually got it back in. He's trying to get his hips far away, but Spence really got a good bite on the hips.
Working that leg in there as well, trying to get that leg to pull out off balance and use that body lock. Spencer looking very powerful in this position. Ortiz kind of went for looked like a hip toss attempt.
Yeah,
and
like a Haragoshi.
Yeah, paid for it. Put himself in a little bit worse position there. Never a good idea to really grab the head there when you got the whizzer like that. They'll peek around to the back, but Spencer using that to get the big lift and does get the takedown here.
Yeah, he transitioned off beautifully to that double leg. He's in a reversal position. I've heard it called the cement mixer. He pops his head out. He did the right thing. And you see him, he's looking to jam up his opponent's head on the cage, making it hard to move his hips for submissions. As Spencer gets to work.
A little ground and pound here, looking to advance position to a mount or maybe knee ride position. Big scramble here. Ortiz doing the right things, looking to recover if he can get that bottom leg out. But Spencer very aware.
Yeah, Spencer did a good job splitting the guard, stepping side to side. He's got to watch out for this triangle.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to walk himself into a triangle, but he does get right back out the back door.
Yeah, he did a great job standing. Knee cuts right in a mount.
Now,
I know Spence has great front chokes. His head and arm choke is strong. His anacondas, his guillotines are good.
Walking that arm up right now for this head and arm.
And Spence got a squeeze on him. I mean, I'd be surprised if Ortiz can get out of this head and arm choke attempt.
See if
he's doing the right idea, bridging.
Yeah, he does get the elbow to the ground. Doing the right thing, pushing on the chin there. That makes it uncomfortable, but compromising the elbow again across the center line.
Yeah, that's good frames, but Ortiz needs that right arm in between.
Spencer trying hard to walk that elbow across.
Only 1 minute left. Spence is really investing into this head and arm choke.
Looks like if he can get his hands together here, he might be in.
This is deep.
Does he decide to pull off here?
This is deeper than the first one. If he steps to the side, Spence knows he can maybe finish it.
40 seconds left here. Cody doing the right things, though. Ortiz back to his feet. Looking to work for a Kimura grip here and get out of this bad position.
Ortiz has a good answer for all these subs. Spence backing backing on the head and arm choke. See, that's one thing about stepping to the side is they can't bridge and compromise the base.
Got about 20
this is
seconds
deep too.
Here.
Ortiz biting on his mouthpiece.
It's like the mouthpiece is coming out a little bit. Means he might be fighting for extra air. He might be able to ride this out.
I think so as well. I mean, he's got a good squeeze on him. Cuts the angle, gets back to half.
Not quite. So we'll see how Spencer does coming into the second round. He does have 2 major submission attempts where he really put the squeeze on there. How much more squeeze do you think he's got in the tank?
Exactly. But right there, both guys put forth a tremendous amount of effort
defense,
there.
Yeah. Fighting that choke off for so long. I mean, it almost zaps you more than attempting the choke. Having to defend and work for those little bitty spaces. I mean, you see this mouthpiece was coming out of his mouth in an attempt to fight for a little more space to breathe.
Yeah. You look at the body language of both guys. Here's this big dump from Spence. I'll tell you one thing Ortiz did well is anytime he needed to recover guard, he recovered guard. Anytime he could get up, he would get up. He didn't willingly stay on his back any longer than Spence was making them. And looking at both guys, they're both taking some good breaths, but they both seem relatively fresh considering how hard of a grind that first round was. You guys want to feel some fatigue, try to box after wrestling that hard.
Yeah.
Try to move your feet and throw some hands. That'll make you realize if you want to do this professionally or not, because it's not easy.
Yeah, talk about feel like you're moving in quicksand.
And Ortiz just nuked a right hand at the beginning of that first round.
Spencer lands a good kick. Ooh, couple right hands trade.
Oh.
Ortiz with a couple haymakers there.
Yeah, Spence landed a good left no-switch high kick. Good low kick there from Ortiz. Good inside kick.
Took the leg out with it.
That's more valuable than a takedown.
Yes,
all
sir.
the benefit of a takedown, none of the effort. Good timing there from Spencer.
Constant right hands here, a little ground and pound action. Finds himself in the full guard of Ortiz. Spencer Sled, though, good head pressure, looking to stay here maybe and do a little damage.
I'd be curious Ortiz's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu rank. I mean, he made all the right moves out of the head and arm chokes. He's throwing up triangles. He's recovering guard. He's definitely no stranger on the ground.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's comfortable down there, at least in this guard position. He seems to know what to do from there.
Big body shots from Spence as Ortiz tries to punch him from the bottom.
Ortiz using the up kicks, try to keep Spencer off of him. Spencer just kind of melts into that side position, looking to pass. Choosing to go to half guard. Good position to strike from on the ground.
One thing I love from Spencer's coaches is they're calling for Spencer to enter into half guard, which is a great way to control the person's hips, stay out of the danger of the closed guard if he was able to make it happen. It may not look like much, but you see Spence is using like the crown of his head to put right under the chin of Ortiz, just making it uncomfortable.
Ooh, a couple up kicks there. Got to be careful entering the guard here, does Spencer Sled.
He sure does.
Those are very dangerous. You may not seem like it when you're just
Big
standing
low
there.
Kicks. Good ground and pound here from Spence.
Spencer having no more of that little game.
Used it to attempt to pass. He's
looking for, looks like maybe Anaconda setup, maybe a Darce setup going here, or is that the opposite side, maybe Anaconda?
Yeah, no, that's the Darce. Under the neck is the Darce, under the armpit's the Anaconda.
He's going here.
It's not quite figure
Getting
four.
his hands together, he's trying.
If anything, he's going to go for like a pillow choke. Now needs to be over the arm for that. I think he just uses to pass the guard and enjoy top control time. One thing Spence does well is just knee cut right in the mount.
Right into the mount, yeah. So many options there, but this is always a good one. Full mount, posture up, land some strikes.
He says, you know what, third time's the try on those
Here we go.
head and arm chokes. But now he's opted for some big ground and pound.
Ortiz opting to stay here and not give up the back. Good move there, but a few more of these and he might have to turn. 10 seconds left in the round here.
Punching from the bottom is never a good idea.
No,
if you're in guard, it's different. Another deep head and arm choke attempt. There's not a lot of time
right
to
at the
squeeze.
end of the round again.
I mean, that's how you put a stamp. I think we got a pretty heavy 2 rounds to none here.
2-0 at this point.
And you know, Ortiz has been here before. He's been in the third round before. This is, though uncomfortable, not new. Whereas Spence, a tremendous athlete, this is all new experiences for him.
Yeah, being a debut fighter, he's never had to be in this scenario. He's maybe gone through multiple gym rounds and maybe simulation fights, but in this live scenario,
there's nothing you can do to simulate it.
Really can simulate this type of atmosphere. And being the first time he's out here, who knows how he's feeling going into the third round, you know, going into the second round, and now the third round, you know, this is something that he's never had to do before under this type of pressure. So we'll see how he comes out. Like you said, Ortiz, very well experienced as an amateur, been here numerous times. Might be the edge that he needs to pull the win out here, is that experience.
Yeah, and if you're his coach, you said, hey, you got 3 more minutes. All we need is 3 more minutes out of you. You better keep it together. And Spence looks good.
He does. He looks good. I know Ortiz's corner probably emphasizing that you need to finish here. Let's go out here and get the job done. You need this win.
Third round is on.
I was about to say, let's see if Ortiz sets that right hand up this time, but
oh, big combo into a high kick from
Sled.
Spencer. He says, I don't need to wrestle. I'll rock you with the high kick.
Landed a good knee on the way in.
Now he's got an anaconda. I mean, this is figure 4.
Now he's got this.
He's driving all of his hips in.
Heavy arch to the back, going for the choke here.
He's opting for just a classic high elbow guillotine. This is deep.
Hands together, pinned him against the cage.
Executioner choke style. This is in. He's got his hands disconnected. He still has the chin strap, though. He's still got the front headlock. He's using it for some collar tie uppercuts.
Ortiz game, sticks the tongue out at him, lets him know I'm still here.
So Ortiz is a dog. Spence looking for that inside kick again as Ortiz fires a right hand and a high kick.
Ortiz, high kick, yep.
It's hard to look pretty when you've wrestled so hard.
Oh, Ortiz shoots it for his own takedown.
You see Ortiz shooting. That's usually a sign of fatigue. When you see someone shooting on somebody else with a better ground resume.
Spencer looking to grab the head here.
So, I mean, Spence has got the front headlock. It's under the chin. They're calling for that 10-finger
right
guillotine.
Here in front of us. He's going for the
this
choke. He's getting the tap. Right here in front of us, Spencer Sled gets the finish. Great job in his debut fight here tonight.
Man, props to Ortiz for just fighting like a dog every second. But, man, Spence, he made that happen. He forced his will, landed strikes on the feet, got good takedowns, and it hits a standing submission. His team calling it the 10-finger guillotine. I call that one the executioner's choke. I mean, that's brutal.
Ortiz,
Ben Rockwell
man.
style, catch wrestling style. That was a great finish.
Ortiz, man, showing his heart, though, absolutely going out on his shield. Said, you're going to have to take me out. You're not just going to get an easy win. So props to him. Just speaks volumes to his experience. You can tell he'd been in there many times before, like you said, probably had to go into the third round. But Spencer Sled coming out and getting the job done in the very beginning of that third round.
Yeah, I'm liking these highlights too. You saw him drop him with the inside kick, just knock him off balance, scores a takedown. If we can catch the highlight of that third round high kick, that'd be great. But I'm liking the split cameras here. You know, shout out to a new tool with the production crew. We get the in-cage action, the corner action, then we get the replays.
Constantly
Very cool.
evolving.
I always like when they replayed the fighter's song after the victory.
Right. Kind of like as their victory song, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
We got Wayne coming in to make this decision official. Congrats to both fighters. That was a great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 30 seconds into the third and final round, declaring your winner by